Hey, thanks for joining me for your Express Pilates fix. So we're just going to start with some roll downs just to start mobilizing the spine. So just sitting on your mat with the knees bent, we want to find the sit bones and stack up nice and tall on top of those two sit bones, stretching the arms out in front. We're breathing in through the nose, lengthening up through the spine. And then as we breathe out through the mouth, we're tucking the tailbone under and just starting to roll down and trying to create a little C-shaped spine. And we're just pausing and taking a breath in through the nose and then using the breath out, tucking the chin, drawing the ribs to the pelvis as we curl forward over the thighs, and then breathing in, stacking back up nice and tall. Trying to go a little bit lower. Exhale as we roll down, trying to keep the thighs nice and relaxed as we roll down and engage those abdominals. Taking a breath in and then exhale again, drawing the navel into the spine as we curl forward. Breathing and stacking up nice and tall. And exhale, we're rolling down. Again, this time we're going to pause and just finding that nice C-shaped curve. Taking a breath in. As we exhale, we're rotating to one side and then breathing and bringing it back to center. Exhale as we come to the other side and breathing into return, and then repeat. Exhale. Inhale, return, just trying to keep the legs nice and steady so there's no twisting or pivoting through the hips. And then exhale, curling forward. Let those arms relax down and then restack back up nice and tall, extending the legs out in front, flexing the feet back towards you, and again as we exhale, rolling down, tucking the tailbone under. We're drawing the navel into the spine, we're reaching the hands forward, but trying not to shrug the shoulders, lengthening out through those heels, pausing and taking a breath in, and then exhale as we curl forward, pointing the toes and stretching forward over the hips, breathing in, back up nice and tall, and again, exhale as we roll down, flexing those feet back towards us, trying to go a little further, trying to find that little quiver in the tummy, taking a breath in, and exhale, curling up, pointing and stretching and restacking back up nice and tall, adding in the rotation again this time. Exhale as we roll down, connecting with the inner thighs and with the glutes. Remember to try to keep the legs nice and steady as we exhale, making sure that one leg doesn't grow longer than the other, breathing into the center. Exhale to the other side, inhale back to the center, and repeating. And then we'll just go one more each side, keeping those legs nice and steady, focusing on drawing that navel into the spine. And then this time we're curling all the way down, trying to get down to the mat one vertebrae at a time as we imprint through the spine, relaxing the arms down by the sides. We'll just bend the knees, find your neutral pelvis, the neutral spine position, rock the pelvis back and forward until you're sitting in that neutral spine. Then we're bringing the legs up into tabletop position. And just starting with a single leg stretch as we exhale, extending one leg. Inhale as we return. And just making sure that we're trying to keep the belly button drawing down towards the spine. No doming. And then we're going to add in an oblique twist. Placing the hands in behind the head as we exhale, we're curling to one side, extending the opposite leg and coming back to the floor. Exhale as we go to the other side. Again, making sure there's no tipping through the pelvis. Keeping the elbows nice and open. Trying to lengthen the elbow back to the floor behind you as we twist. And one more each side. Coming back to center and giving those legs a hug. Going into our hundreds next, and we're going to add in single leg stretches with the hundreds. So if we start back in tabletop position, reaching up towards the ceiling, nod the chin, exhale, we're curling up through the head and shoulders, extending the left leg. We're breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and switch to the right. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and switch. 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, in. Making sure that we're keeping those abdominals nice and tight. Keeping the chin tucked. And we'll go one more set. Reaching. And then hugging in and resting down. Placing both feet down on the mat, just an inch or so apart. Arms are down, shoulders back. As we exhale, we're engaging the abdominals, tilting the pelvis back, curling the tailbone, peeling the spine up, one vertebrae at a time. Nodding the chin, shoulders back, breathing in, exhale, rolling back down through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Breathing in at the bottom, and then breathing out, again zipping up the pelvic floor, squeezing the glutes, curling up, lengthening the knees away from the shoulders, breath in, and then exhale, rolling down, trying to imprint each vertebrae into the mat, one at a time. And then one more time, exhaling as we roll up. This time adding an arm float, and then rolling down through the spine. And releasing the arms back down by the sides. Rolling onto our side, lengthening out, stretching out nice and long, balancing, and then as we exhale, just floating that top leg up, breathing in as we flex, and then exhale as we lower, breathing into point, exhale, lift, inhale, flex, and exhale, lower. Making sure that we're trying to keep that little bit of space between our underneath side of the ribs and the floor. Trying to target the work into those glutes. And then lifting back up to hip height, keeping the big toe and the kneecap slightly turned up. Again, keeping the balance as we circle 10 times in each direction. And then holding, keeping both legs nice and long, exhaling, double leg lift, and then breathing into lower down. Working into our obliques, inner thighs, and glutes. Last one. Excellent. Coming on to the other side. Again, lengthening out. Pointing, exhale up, inhale, flex, exhale, lower. Make sure that we're just gently tucking through the abdominals, squeezing into those lower glutes, keeping the shoulders down. And then coming up to hip height and circling. Again, trying to keep the pelvis as steady as possible. Just do those circles as slow as you need to maintain your balance and control. And then joining the legs together, exhaling both legs up. And use your top hand for balance if you need to. Make sure that we're not pushing down into that top hand. And then coming over onto the tummy, looking flat down at the floor for some spear lifts. Connect the heels up together, arms are down by the sides, breathing in to prepare. Exhale, tucking the tailbone, drawing the shoulders back, lifting up through the head and chest, keeping nice and long, chin tucked, and then releasing down. And again, glutes on, abs on, draw the shoulders back as we lift, keep the tips of the ears pointing away from the shoulders and down. Again, trying not to push the stomach out into the floor, balancing on the ribs. Excellent. Then pressing up and back into shell stretch. Coming back down onto the elbows and forearms, into the basic plank position, getting the back nice and straight. If you want a bit more challenge, coming up onto the toes, just holding there for another 10, 9, 8, 7, keep squeezing the glutes, 2, 1, drop back to the knees, maintain your form, keep relaxed through the shoulders and the neck, keep drawing up the lower abdominals and the pelvic floor. One more time, back up onto the toes, glutes on, maintaining that breathing, 3, 2, 1, and down. Come up onto hands and knees, hands under shoulders, knees under the hips. As we exhale, we're tucking the tailbone, rounding up into our angry cat. Be careful not to shrug the shoulders, but separate the shoulder blades, contract the abs. And then exhale, tailbone releases out, the lower back dips down. We lift the head and the shoulders and squeeze the shoulders down. And again, exhale, tuck the tailbone under, contract those abdominals and round up through the spine. Take a breath in, and then exhale, tailbone lengthening out and lifting the head and shoulders. And then find your neutral again. Back to shell stretch. And then rolling up. Lovely. Well, I hope that's helped get your Pilates fix and you're feeling a little bit more limber and strong. Have a great day.